Tears don't come, I'm wondering why. Get out of bed at all. Morning rain clouds out my window, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad, not so bad at all. Thought about you all day long, through the night again. Thought I would be over you by now. Keep repeating again everything we ever meant to be. Crumbling away. And even though I try to move on, nothing feels the same. The tears don't come, I'm wondering why. Get out of bed at all. Morning rain clouds out my window, and I can't see it all. And even if I could, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad, not so bad at all. Okay, we're gonna do a read for this is read for Selena, but it could go for anyone. It is safe to let go. You are surrounded by love. Your person saying, she's asking, is it specific for those of you who want to resonate with what Selena was wondering? She has a father passed away with respect to her business. And so if you guys have any loved ones in heaven, that was her specific question. She was missing something in heaven. So that's what we're actually doing a read first for somebody in heaven that you might miss. And it does say that this person is telling you straight up, like, it is safe to let go, and that they want you to focus on the things that you have in your life right now, and that you already have those things in your life, and that you're surrounded by people that love you already, and that you've been hanging on to this person for a long time. That's basically like this energetic connection. And not only is making it to where, you're not moving forward with your life, but I feel like I just felt like in my head and my heart that this person hasn't moved forward yet either, because you're still emotionally attached to them. And I don't feel like this person would ever tell you not to stay attached to them. But I do feel like it would be, they would have a lot more rest. I'm hearing rest and peace. This person needs to be able to rest in peace. Let's see if this death is really what's going on. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And messages. So there's somebody that you're exchanging messages with. For some of you guys, they don't want you exchanging messages with somebody who's making money in the wrong way. Some of you guys are interacting with somebody that's coming up as a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is either they're just making money in the wrong way. This doesn't have to be gender specific. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse to me is just picking up more of a more of a feminine rather than a masculine energy when it comes to how they handle things, not like their physicalness. And it says that you're exchanging messages with somebody, and this person could be taking your money of some sort. There's money lost here, or there's money made. There's money being made. Somehow money is being like exchanged with somebody that you're exchanging messages with, that your parent or your loved one in heaven wants you to stop interacting with. They want you to stop making money doing whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you guys are full-blown, like actually interacting in a message form, because this is the message card. It also means like forward movement, very fast, like not quite like the Chariot, but like things are gonna fucking move fast, like for whatever this project is that you're doing. And it's not coming up as a good thing. So swift forward movement in a fast way. And if you're dealing with Pentacles in the reverse,
would be, it could be like a bust. If you were to get busted, like fast movement with Pentacles and the Reavers. Creation. They want you to start a new project, something that, I see that you have a lot of things on your mind. You have been literally, for some of you guys, even jotting this down. There's a plan here. This person has a literal plan. And this picture appears to show that there's a person that you talk to, possibly, it's probably them, obviously, but for often, like lots of times, in this picture just shows me like somebody that fucking spent a lot of time picking up a strong feeling like you spend a lot of time possibly talking to whoever it is in heaven, just sitting there thinking about fucking, it almost gives me off like those Luke Bryan drink a beer vibes. Like you sit there and you just talk to this person for some of you guys. These plans, like, for some of you guys, are going to be specifically written down because there's like rolls of papers and there's blueprints here. And it does say Beaver Moon, so beavers could resonate with some of you guys. There's the number 39. I also see the number 93, so for some of you guys, this could be a grandparent. This person doesn't want you wasting your time on somebody or anything that honestly is coming up in the reverse when it comes to how to make money properly. They want you to put your plan of action that you've been thinking about into action. I feel like you know what plan this would be because I feel like you sit there and stare off into the sky and actually talk to this person. And I feel like you guys have that, like, discuss this, like, mentally together. These could have been things or projects that honestly you were going to start with this person when they were alive. You will know, like, if it's a project that they're talking about because I feel like you will have either stared off into the sky and said, hey, you know, Dad, I'm here. I'm just thinking about maybe starting beauty school. And, you know, things are going well. But basically, you're going to want to, like, return to conversations that you've either sent to the sky or written down on paper. Because I see paper here, and I also see this person just staring off into the sky into a spirit, like, conversation. And they're asking you to focus on that creation right after saying, like, bro, like, there's Pentacles in the Reavers, and it's just with messages, and I feel like the messages and the Pentacles and the Reavers just, honestly, like, probably signify a relationship that is poor. Or it could be that you make money doing something that you don't feel very happy or have highs. It doesn't make you feel good to do it. Stop. Go down there. It makes you feel, go down. It makes you feel like you just don't feel respected. You don't feel like you respect yourself, possibly. It's one of the two. It's either, but either way, there's like a lack of respect in whatever it is. You're not feeling positive when it comes to the money making, and this person having to say to stop focusing on that. I feel like they're saying straight up, like, this thing that is involved, whether it's a person, two of wands in the reverse, they want you to not even fuck with it. This thing that you would do or get involved in could literally ruin your entire future. I feel like some of you guys could. The first thing I thought was just be with these people or be where this toxic situation is. When it comes to making money in the reverse, you're always going to be kind of playing with fire. So you'll know if you're playing with fire automatically, but sometimes you don't know. And sometimes you could be literally just in a room full of people and not really fucking know, like, who's who. And next thing you know, some shit pop off and fucking literally, like, you get shot. I just heard got shot. And I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking literally got busted, raided. But shot is coming up too. There could be there is a warning saying literally you're gonna have a fucking, like, dangerous situation occur if you're where the fuck you are. Yeah, feel and receive abundance in the reverse. All that you desirable is achievable in the reverse. See what that means. Growth. It says that you need, let's see, resistance, yeah. It says you need to grow, you need to work on your growth, and that you are not treating yourself in a way that you deserve good things. You don't feel good which in turn is not going to allow you to be able to receive abundance. When we feel like we are not being respected, even if you're like, man, everybody's fucking me over, I do everything right for everybody, and they still fuck me over, that's still coming from a place of sadness and lack. So you have to turn all of those thoughts into proactive thoughts. And you have to understand that what we think and what we feel is what we manifest. It's not how we look or what we say, it's how we think and what we feel. And those are all of our quietest times. That's the shit that we fucking think we keep to ourselves. But that is the most important fucking shit, bro. So when you don't express things, when you don't let it go, when you don't properly heal, you didn't keep shit to yourself. You manifested a fucking epic fucking ending for yourself is what the fuck we're doing. You need to understand that we're not fucking ignoring our problems when time passes. That does nothing for healing. Time ages people. Healing consists of literally like 5 or 6 different steps of an excruciating and terrible event after falling in deep love and losing everything and getting your heart broken and rebuilding it and becoming a brand new person and realizing that that person that used to say things like, I just want to be who I used to be, or why can't you be who you used to be? Those are things that don't exist anymore. People are very fucking ignorant when it comes to what the fuck change is and what it requires. They don't care also about what the person they're demanding change from wants most of the time. The thing about change and demanding change is that typically those are people that are really equally on the same level. You're gonna find that you're gonna run into people that are basically like pretty much sober and cruel and evil and fake. And then you got the ones that are addicts and fucking doing robbery and, they react in ways that are, unpredictable and chaotic. And so it's all the same shit really, but like if you really think about it, like fucking we manifest what the fuck we're supposed to manifest based off of our actions. And I heard something recently saying that every single time one of us fixes or covers a problem for one of the people that keep having problems, that is literally for all the times that we cry and say in our heart, that person fucked us over. And even if we never fucking asked for karma to happen to these people, it does not matter. What we put out has to come back. It's just like when they taught you math and they say what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. What goes up must come down. It's the same shit, dude. Karma is energy's energy. So what if you put positive energy out, that's what they call dharma. And then if you put negative energy out, that's karma. So it does not matter who knows what you did. It never did. The 3D has never mattered because we were never supposed to be down here paying attention to each other. We were supposed to be here being kind to each other and being a help if need be. To respect each other, to love each other, and to follow some basic rules to keep each other safe and sanitary. As far as us bossing each other around or thinking that we actually know what's best for any other, that was us actually acting in as an idol and acting in as a god. And if anybody literally thinks to themselves about it, like God created all of us different, and if God were here today, the reality is that people would not talk to people the same way that they do without him here, and he's always been here. So you don't have to worry about what is right and wrong anymore. God knows what the fuck is right and wrong. God knows who the fuck has been fucking you over. God knew all along. And when they say God knew all along, that didn't mean that he fucked you over and put you in these places. He means that if you were to follow the basic rules that I have laid out for you, you would have been able to avoid these consequences. Some of you guys have been around a lot of people that have hurt your feelings and fucked you over, and it's been very hard for you. But you did not convert over. And you have been suffering, hurting, missing the few people that you've ever known who loved and respected you. But I want you to know that I do the same exact thing. Sometimes when we don't voice our experiences, we do feel very alone. But after studying it, I realized there's about 10 basic problems It's from financial to fucking love to family to cheating. You know, I mean, it's addiction. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's really easy to fucking pretty much look at the fact that like everybody just has their own thing they do. We all switch around and do it at different times. Many of us have had great times in our life, and then out of nowhere, shit happens, man. You can call it fucking whatever you want. It's not gonna stop happening, and it's not happening against you. Right now, the reality of the world is that everybody's kind of all fucked up. If it takes all of us to be pure and clear-minded and balanced and accepting of each other, we have a lot of work to do. And the last thing that I want to focus on is hurting anyone more. You have to go off of whatever your morals and values are. And they may be different. Jeffrey Dahmer sure as fuck wasn't calling the police on people to fucking do the shit that he did. And you know why? He was born like that. Psychopaths aren't even born to fucking feel bad about anything they ever did. Their brain is not there that should do that. And if anybody actually took the time to just even Google, hey Google, why do psychopaths eat people? It'll actually break it down for you and teach you everything you need to know. So for those people who have actually taken the time out of their day to watch the Discovery Channel or to read up on history, and they find themselves lost in documentaries and wanting to study on body language, that's actually just characteristics of people that belong in this group. A lot of people have different ways that they handle things. Some of them make excuses, and some of them pout, some of them blame, some of them are proactive, some of them spend their whole life caring for everybody else. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of different things. And you can do anything that you want to do. But it just really comes down to like simple things. Do you feel joy doing it? That's really just really about what it is. Do you feel joy doing it? You feel joy. It's not about fucking who's in your ear and in your face. People are really selfish. And you're gonna be surprised and saddened to find out that a lot of the people that normally should be rooting for you, they are against you. And it typically is like that. And we'll have to go deeper on exactly why. Those that are the most important and closest to us, that we fucking spend the most money, time, and work on, refuse to pretty much take advice from some of the most best people out there to learn from. You know, we've seen it happen where people are like, I bet you're so excited that, you know, when you see a business owner and then you see their child or a fucking wife or somebody, and then you're like, I bet you're just so excited that you guys own this car a lot, huh? It must be great. And they're just like, yeah, it's whatever. And to you, you could have been like that person's manager or assistant, you know, anything to that person, and to you it would have been your passion. And we've been in situations like that many times where we look around and we just see people that are not grateful and they're not passionate about what they do. And that's the world these days. So some of you guys are having these awakenings that unfortunately it's not gonna be a situation of like, when are you gonna find the person of your dreams, or when is things gonna work out? That's gonna take a lot of work and a lot of time to answer, because with 70 to 80% of the world unhealed and under the influence of some sort of fucking addiction, whether it comes to spending money, gambling, using, having sex, lying, ignoring the world. Where are you really making the world a better place? Because that's how it's going to begin to start getting better. Basically, you got to look at it like the world is a big mess right now, and if you really wanted to make it better, you got to know that we got to sort shit out. And slowly but surely, basically what will happen is like, as one person heals, energy will clear, which is going to just, and it's invisible shit, guys. Like, you're going to have to understand the dynamic of energy. If you don't understand it and you're sitting here looking at the 3D, it's not going to get better. You have to understand people's personalities and energy so that you can literally just navigate the whole world, literally and visibly. It's pretty much like you're standing back almost like a wizard, and if you know how to look in deeper. And when I say look in deeper, it's like as an emperor and an empress, you guys are becoming pre-emperors and empresses. It's going to require you to have the skill to be able to look off into any room and just see what people are passionate about. Your duty is to help people live their dream and live up to their passions. It's not about control or telling anybody anything. It's about looking off into the room and seeing who does what and who doesn't, what their barriers are. You have to have the ability and the skill to be able to be patient and understand what you're seeing there. People are gonna throw fits in life. They're gonna scream. They're gonna punch things. As I told my son tonight, you gotta stop fucking doing that. I said, you gotta be the big homie. And I told him about some of the big homies in the group. And I said, like Anthony, I told him, because he knew at least Anthony. He said, oh yeah, mom, like, you're talking about Zeke's friend or whatever. I said, yeah. I said, when people are all freaking out, I said, you gotta have some of the homies in the group. Those are the big homies, I told him. You guys can be a group all you want, but you guys just make up, dude. I said, nothing's worth fucking all the shit, or you guys are gonna end up getting hurt and in a situation. I said, plus, like, you just want to de-escalate it. You're gonna want to just be like, hey man, like calm down. And I think it went really well. And I always have great conversations with my kids. I've always tried my best to teach them proactive ways to deal with bullying. Unfortunately, I have some that are teen girls right now, and so they think they hate my guts. I'm just grateful to hear from everybody at my work too that fucking their daughters are doing the same thing, because I'm usually their best friend. I don't really care for it, but at the same time, I've been not a pushover about it. I sometimes teen girls are pretty brutal, it seems like, and they don't let me be part of the group, and I get kicked out. And you guys might feel like you don't know where you belong at times, but that's where you need to just take care of what you need to around you right then and there. There are plenty of things already in our life that need to be taken care of. There's no reason why anybody's bored. The Lord wouldn't leave you hanging without anything to do. And if we're not in relationships, there's plenty of reasons that we can just feel in our hearts and why. Sometimes we're on levels where we're not in relationships because we're thinking about an ex. Sometimes we still want a fucked up relationship back. All of that says everything. If you're gonna let somebody abuse you, that's not love, guys. So wanting somebody back just because you're addicted to the type of love that is, which I get it, that doesn't mean that that's what it is. And we do have to learn self-respect and standards. And God says you can lower your standard and you can be with whatever the fuck you want to be with, but you can't ask the universe for the blessings that you're asking for unless you're willing to commit to what the fuck that is. We're all trying to alter it, and we're all trying to make, like, by wording, verbalizing, fighting, basically. We argue all day long and sit in houses with people, and you just sit there, and everybody knows that feeling when you're just looking at your partner and they're just not into you. It's just like a weird vibe, like what. You don't need to be wondering if anybody's into you. I hear right now some of you guys are wondering if somebody's into you, and I'll just find out right now. No, they're not. It's coming up as the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And they're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're only 2 steps lower than them, and you're both kind of on the exact same level. And that's what happens, is that you end up fucking becoming exactly like each other, guys. And it's not good. It's not good. What happens is that a person who's angry and abused, they don't plan on doing anything to get better. And so they're going to put you the fuck down. And you won't know why. But I can actually teach this to you, actually. This is exactly how they do it in human trafficking. I study this. So the first stage of manipulation when it comes to these type of people is called grooming. In the grooming stage, which they already know your personality type, you can see it right in your eyes in the pictures on your profiles too. You guys are at risk, as even if you're at risk. Anybody who's, I'm telling you right now how to tell you how to see right through yourself. So if I can tell you how to do this, these are people that go to different levels that are very actually deadly. You know, like you could be kidnapped, you know, at these points, but like a woman who is wounded and weak is different than a wounded man. She's very vulnerable, and in the grooming stage, what they do is they find women like that. They know how to find you on your personality types just on your social media, just by the way you word things. Your eyes, you can see in a woman's eyes, and if just give her 5, 10 words max, you're gonna see if this woman is a wounded woman or not. And like basically in the grooming stage, the first person who targets somebody who goes through anything wounded, anyone too, you don't have to be a woman, but basically, if somebody like, let's just say like your son, let's just say my son and his girl got in a breakup, both of them are going to be hurting very bad. The first person to make either one of them feel better will be the first person, it'll be the main person now that that person trusts. So that's what they do, is they look for people that are in wounded situations, whether they're fighting with their parents, their partners, hate their job, want to cheat on their man. This could be any type of behavior. It doesn't have to be human trafficking. But basically, when you're dealing with an abuser, they know how to find people that are wounded, need to talk about their problems, want to move out of a house, don't have money. So the first month or two, they're going to make that person, they're going to listen. They are going to allow this person to talk and talk and talk. You're going to feel like whoever's listening to you really cares. This is where women actually pretty much say like they were with a narcissistic person. Because at first they come off really caring and charming, and this is the grooming stage. The purpose for the grooming stage is for them to learn all of your personal information. You will end up learning, you'll feel like you can open up to this person, and by the time you know it, you've told them all of your deepest and most vulnerable secrets. Stage 2. During stage 1 also, so they're going to also like buy you things. They're going to spoil you. They're going to take good care of you. They're going to call you great things, names. You're going to feel like you really love this person. You have something special. Then the next stage is going to be that they're going to withdraw. They're going to start pulling back from you. And they're going to make you feel like they don't care. It's going to start to get really confusing. And basically because you're wounded, and they know how to target somebody, and they understand psychology, they've already got you wrapped around their finger. Because what they've done now is they've learned everything about you. So that's where people turn around and use these things in conversations against you later. Like, you're just a piece of shit, mom. You never could fucking do anything. That's why your fucking dad said that about you. You know, things like that. And so what they're doing there is they're trying to break you down so that you will react. They know that you're emotional. When you're dealing with an abuser, typically they're not really connected to their emotions. And they know everything about you. You may think that this person is doing it because they're sick, or they're confused, or how could they do that? Because we all do. We think, how the fuck, why would they say something like that? Why would they break my sister's fucking, they knew my sister was dead. Why would he have broken that? They did break it on purpose, and unfortunately, and that is fucking really true, and that's really sad. Some of us have been with people that have really smashed fucking shit, man. They did know. And their goal was to actually make your heart feel exactly like it did. And then your brain was really, couldn't believe it. It couldn't believe it. And it was what it was. And that's the truth. So your body and your brain are just basically not together, is what I hear on this read, Selena. I feel like you don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe it is what the message is. You don't want to fucking believe that this is really fucking happening. Your heart is so pure and it's so good. and you seem gullible and you seem innocent, and you just got I see there's an awakening happening within you, and you're just at this crossroads where everybody gets, and it's completely normal. And you don't have to do anything in particular, but one thing I can say is that when I do something, and if I do anything that I regret, I look back and I think, were you under the influence of anything? Were you where you were supposed to be? And were you with anyone you shouldn't have been with already right off top? If you can answer those three questions, and literally it'd be a brand new circumstance and you've never knew it was coming and it was completely innocent, then you just jot it down as fucking a note to self for this year's events. But basically, if it wasn't, it doesn't even matter. Even if it was an event from the past, you're still always going to be forgiven. But I feel like for you in particular, I've already been there, and I go back and forth often. But we all go through breakups. But for you, if you choose, I feel like if you choose not to like move forward with this, I feel like something negative could really happen, is what keeps coming up. And I want to say things like opportunities will pass, but I don't feel like that. I'm literally saying words like something negative could happen, a bust, a shooting. So I'm not sure what goes on there, but it sounds like there could be some, with respect to just be on live, but just some dealing and some guns and some abuse and some heavy activity, some extreme activity that could cause all of these things to actually interact, and bad thing happen. Seems like, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I've been around a lot of fucking actual drug houses. This one seems intense, the energy I'm picking up. It's almost the energy if like a fucking bunch of gang members were fucking on some fucking no joke fuck it. If my people that were the craziest in our group, they were all in gangs. We were not in a gang. But I know how it can be with drug addicts. The craziest of the drug addicts, the dealers, the ones that will fucking take your bitch to the canal and fucking fuck them up. Like, that's what I feel the energy is here. I feel like they were just as crazy as our fucking drug dealers that would fucking literally come over and handle shit. The craziest of all. The ones we're scared of. But I feel like yours possibly are intermixed with a gang. So that's pretty fucking crazy. Because gangs, they will do anything. And, you seem very fucking sad. This person's very mean to you. Some of you guys are with a very fucking mean gang member under the influence of dealing in drugs. And they abuse you bad. And you're going to get deadliest, you're going to get hurt. Deadly. You're going to die, is what I feel like is going to happen. Or somebody's going to die. Somebody already may have died. There's murder going on in this read here, is what I see. You need to get out of the darkness. You need to get away from these people. And I also feel like when people are under the influence in this group, they go fucking crazy. So I don't know if it's the type of what you're using, the amount of what you're using, the mixture, the potency, but it makes y'all it's causing some straight aggressive and fatal domino effects. People are basically literally getting fucking drug pissed and going after each other on the mental of the drug. None of the fucking shit that would be happening would any of you have done basically sober is what it is. So I'm really actually picking up pretty strong, intense energy off of this reading, to be honest. Your personal unicorn says you need to bathe in pure love and you need to stay open to pure people, pure energy. Yeah, this is a big warning. Whoever it is that's in heaven is worried about you, and I imagine that if you're somebody who's involved in the drug world and your person is sending a message down, and you're actually the one that sent it, you sent me the message saying, I missed them. And dude, I forgot you asked me about your grandma, bro. I'm pretty sure it said something about her grandma. Facts, dude, literally, 93 was the number. Dude, both your grandma and your dad are literally saying this. Um, that you sent me that saying you want to talk to them, and in these cards, in fact, both fucking you can see literally fucking both of them here talking back to you, and it's saying there's just some faulty ass money being made with some dangerous ass people, and down to a T, these people are on drugs and in gang related matters. And you've been at least sending messages frequently, at least today, like it doesn't matter. There's messages, no joke, like that you guys have been sending back and forth, and there's shit happening. And like what they're saying straight up, like I feel like your angels wouldn't come down to and warn you about a fatality if you were gonna be with them um, when it was over. Because if you got to think about it in all real, there could be a chance that I'm feeling like the energy is that you'll be stuck in trauma. Basically, I feel like whatever will happen, somebody's gonna die, and it could be a child, it could be fucking literally like you, it could be a person involved in this group, it could be something that you witness. But what I feel like is it's gonna do is it's gonna put you into the ultimate shock of denial more than what you're already in. And you're not gonna fucking believe whether you're dead or alive that it is what it is because you're already so fucking far. Like you don't, your your natural chemistry for whoever I'm speaking to, dude. Selena, I know I'm speaking to you, but other people are gonna be resonating, dude. But for whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like you're literally naturally innocent, gullible as fuck, and you are in dangerous fucking waters right now, bro. And what you're witnessing and what you've been through, with mixed with your chemistry, it's like it's you're not catching on to what the dude. I don't even know. It's like you're in so much shock. It's like if the I almost want to say like Daisy Duke, like almost like if like the most like, like like a happy fucking girl who's kind of with respect ditzy ends up with like the lord of the fucking drug lord. You know what I mean? And abuse is happening, and this person's like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know, like I'm just picturing like, oh my gosh, like I feel like the amount of shit that you've dealt with actually freaked you the fuck out. You're actually freaked the fuck out, bro. And you also are so gullible. You have this like biggest fan energy to your man. You're your man's biggest fan. I have friends like that too, but they're not innocent. They be, we all fucking have our hardcore part. I don't feel like you have a hardcore part. I feel like you're actually just truly, genuinely innocent, and I feel like you try your best to understand what's happening around you, but your body, your mind cannot handle what the fuck it's seen because of its natural purity. And you're putting your own actual body into a state of shock. That is why you keep freaking the fuck out for some of you. Because your body will shut itself down. And basically, if you're having anxiety and stress and it's surging through your entire body, you will put your brain and your body into a different state permanently that you will not be able to control, and you won't be the real you. That's where people go manic and like literally crazy. They flip a switch. That's what I hear. I hear two things. You're either gonna witness something that's gonna flip that switch and put you into a fucking mental ward. Not necessarily ward, but like you don't have to like be in one, but you're gonna fucking literally not get better after this. I think it's gonna fuck you up, dude. You might end up in a facility, to be honest. Or if you were to die, I feel like it could even be like one of those movies where a person don't fucking cross over. Like, for a while, like they don't know they're dead or they can't believe it. Even if you did know instantly, it'd be like if you were fucking looking through a window with rain. I see a window with rain, a lot of rain coming down, and you're on the other side and you're hitting the fucking window, and life is on the other side and you cannot get to it. And this is such a deep read, dude. I don't even know, like, you might have been in a situation where there was rain recently or water outside of a window. I don't know, like if there was something that happened to you where there was water outside of a fucking window and you were hitting on the window. That could be maybe what you need to heal from, but you don't. You need to take it seriously. And quitting's hard, but sometimes, like I said, you got too much energy, man, and you fucking snap. Your body is made up of chemicals, and 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 when you add chemical, when you're doing drugs and alcohol, which I don't give a fuck what y'all do, you can do whatever you want in the Villa Group. I'm just saying, like, you gotta also understand, like, you need to understand what the fuck are you doing. Things are so fucking mixed up these days. You do not know what you're putting in your body, guys. And when you're unhealed and you are in stressful situations, is dude, in toxic relationships, love wise, they're very serious. The last relationship I was with, Edward, and I shit you not, I did not even know he was cheating at the time. But at work, miles away from him, I kept getting sick at work. I could not even stand barely a lot of times. I would have to sit often in my chair at the man shop. It pretty much ruined my reputation at the man shop. My body felt it, you guys. That's what I'm saying. We don't give our body credit. We think we have everything under control. We know that when we put our makeup on and we do our hair that we're faking it. We know even as men fucking that we can act like everything's okay. We can speak the words. But we don't give our body and our mind credit. We're using our mouth and our physical to fucking complete two things that we don't do that are so much more important. Did you know that when your body is stressed out or in pain, it actually sends all of what it has as far as energy goes to whatever it is that's on your mind? So if you're like, my knee hurts, it's gonna keep sending your extra energy towards your knee. And if you're like, my head hurts, you know, it's the same thing. It's everywhere you're fucking thinking about. So also, if you're not eating foods like that you need to eat and understanding that you need um that food triangle pyramid that we've always been given for the diet thing before everybody became a vegan and whatever the fuck else y'all are. It has what you need as far as the vitamins and the nutrients and the grains and the proteins and shit that you need for your body to supply the organs with the proper nutrients to complete it. It's cycle of health, basically. And like all foods have different purposes. So you can just Google it and just know, like, what does this food do for my body? What does this food do for my body? And you guys just even down to the food, how much water you're drinking. We're supposed to be drinking 10 to 15 glasses of water and staying hydrated. Drinking too much water actually can kill you. Like, the body is not just yours to have. No, none of us have been taking it seriously. That's why everybody's dying left and right. I'm lucky to study this all the time. I love it. I love studying chemistry. I love studying the body. It's my passion. So I just never got into the fucking the downers or the heroin and shit like that or the fucking fentanyl, thank God. I'm a doer. But even like alcohol and pills, fatal. The wrong alcohol and pill is like mustard gas, guys. So I don't know what you know of that you shouldn't put together. Fucking water in a fucking electrical toaster. You know what I mean? Don't put toaster in the bathtub. You know, it's the same thing, dude. Like, you need to understand that your body mixed with what today's got going on out there is changing everybody just left and right. It's making people react in ways that are very fucking. The fentanyl is no joke, bro. I'll tell you what. For one, it's how my dad died, and I did not even know he was on it. And I should have known he was fucking saying he was on it because I look back now and I see what the fuck he was saying. But I didn't. So when it comes to overdose, I don't grieve the same way I do other deaths. But I'm very sad about this. I don't like it because I don't think my dad fucking did it himself. I think he was fucking literally fucking. You already know what I think. Doesn't matter when I go over there, but deal with it later. Dude, you guys need to understand this whole fucking fentanyl shit is no joke. Like, these mental health pills are made to deactivate and activate the brain. However, the fuck your fucking therapist decides to. Those little pills are not made for people to buy off of other people, and we do. We see it all the time, and we sell them. I've sold them and bought them. There's, we've all done it. No, we haven't all done it, but some of us have done it. But once you start looking into what the fuck that means, it literally is. It really is a magic potion. To fill the holes in the brain for some people, and to basically cut off other parts of the brain for this and that. Like if you're somebody who rages and you flip the fuck out and you're always freaking out, they're gonna give you something that's gonna fucking tone down, if not block completely off the part of your brain that freaks the fuck out. Like they can make you turn into a psychopath basically. Like they know how to make your brain become anyway. So they're gonna they look at your brain, they do evaluations, and they're like, okay, you're stressed, you're fucking bored, you're fucking dead, and they're literally gonna fucking create this medicine and put all the different chemicals in there needed to what they think bring you to a standard that the government decides you should be at. Hi, honey. Do you want to go to the car really quick?
No, I was on the group chat. We have our whole group chat shit. We have our whole group chat, like me, Colton, and all of our friends from like because Chase moved, I moved, Colton, Stone's afraid to Levi moved. Like all of us live in different areas. Dallas is the only one that lives here. Like I feel like if I were to see any of them anytime soon, it would be Dallas because he lives in Cheney. Yeah. He's like right there, but he's one of the younger ones. I thought he was older than me because he has tattoos and shit.
So you need to call Atticus and tell him sorry. Just do it. And just text him.
I don't even know Atticus like that.
I don't know his mother, and I talked to her about you.
Me and Atticus used to be
used
to buy my pens, and then he confronted me on his sister.
Just do it. I know that's what I said. I said you guys have never had a fight, so I'm sure it won't be a problem.
What am I doing in the car?
Jay.
Where did
it should be right there by the gas. Like this thing. Just like the
in the center console?
No, it should be just like it might be. That should be maybe right there. Ooh. I'm excited. Alright, that's my 18-year-old. He looks like Shaggy the dog. He's gonna let me cut his hair. Tomorrow I have the day off, so that's fine. No, he's a good kid. He's a Libra. He's my little dreamer. He's my firstborn. He literally looks just like me when he came out of my jail. It was crazy. They put him in my hand, no joke, bro. I was like looking at him doing it in my fucking face, dude. It was insane, dude. He came 3 weeks early, so I wasn't sure what was going on. And I had to work the next day, and so I was just sleeping, and I felt like I peed my pants, maybe. And then he hates it when I tell these stories. I'm gonna do it right in front of him. So yeah, I felt like I had peed my pants, and I wasn't sure what had happened, so I got up and I changed, and then I got wet again, and so I felt like maybe the cat peed on me, and then I just knew that Skylar had actually, his water broke, and little baby Skylar was on the way, and Skylar is my favorite son, and Skylar, do you want to hear the song that I used to sing to you when you were a baby?
No, I don't want to hear it again.
Okay, well, we'll do a little read while we're standing here, fucking see what's good. But I do see, honestly, okay, so Selena, that was your read. This one's going to start off different now, and we're going to go into other things. But yeah, you got to let it go, babe. You got to let it go. You have to believe in your power to manifest. And it says that you need to breathe your creation into existence. So that creation, that second word, creation, Selena, that came up tonight. And it's just saying straight up to you guys that you already know what you want to do, and you've already been talking about it. Joy's gonna take a bath. You've already been talking about it. You're gonna do that. You are dirty. And you know exactly what you want to do already, and you're gonna do great at it. So these things that it is, you've already put down, and you need to write down a plan, and you need to trust in the process. You're protected. There are 2 ducks on you. There's the number 32 as well. Some of you guys could be 32. Are you going upstairs? Um, some of you guys see, there's ducks here in particular. Some of you guys, I feel like you went duck watch, like you fed the ducks. Something about feeding the ducks is coming up. I also see egg moon. So Easter egg hunting could have been something special. You could have had a special event on Easter. Um, the second time stars are coming out in this particular read, you guys could have just looked at the constellations. I'm hearing also like that, like the star, like the stethoscope thing, or like whatever, like stethoscope. Isn't that the doctor thing? That's funny. But like you guys used to look at the stars together all the time. You guys could have planted trees together too. See some trees that are all planted uniform size back here. But I just see ducks, and I feel like you guys in particular could have had ducks, raised ducks, or fed the ducks. Says here, bright energy in the reverse. Right now, you're not feeling bright. It takes a lot of time to get bright after you go dark. It hurts. And the more pain you go through, the deeper, darker you go into just the roots of fucking somewhere that you can never fucking forget. And no matter how good you ever become, that part of your broken heart will always still have that dark crack. It's like, think about the deepest parts of the ocean. There are still fucking fish that live down there in that dark ass part, bro. The ocean can have its beautiful parts where you're up near the sun more. But whether maybe you don't travel down there as often to those lower parts of the ocean. Very few people know about those lower parts of the ocean, but that's what a heart looks like with wounds. And like the deeper you go, like that's just like how deeper your ocean is of pain. You don't forget wounds. You don't forget what people did to you. You become more skilled and you just make choices to fucking not let it have power over you. That's what they call that. It's not letting it have power over you. That's a mindset. That's a skill. You don't fucking ever fucking, how could you feel better about that reality? And that's what I see you're struggling with, is that you don't want to accept that shit, man. You don't want to believe that people would really do that to you. But they did. Get out of there. They did do that to you guys. They did. Get out of there, dickweed. And you have to accept it to move forward. The good thing about you accepting it is that at least you already know it. Some people are in stages where they're just now realizing it. Some people are even in denial. And you're not in denial that they're doing it to you. You know they're doing shit to you. You fucking are in denial that you keep you don't want to accept. Basically, you're at a point where you are so fucking smart for whoever I'm speaking to. You cannot help but see the truth in all that are around you. You have actually been taken to such a deep level of fucking ridiculousness that you have learned from fucking basically the most satanic people out there. At such a young age, you have seen so many horrific events basically, that the amount of wisdom that you hold is beyond lifetimes of many people's. And you're at this point where you can't hold on to that kind of knowledge and not do something with it. Whether you fucking are empowered to make change for the people that are also still out there suffering. Maybe you find yourself empowered to help people. But if you don't do something positive with all of that emotion, you will do something negative. And that's where you see people go into total destruction and rage. Nobody doesn't have that shit inside of their heart and soul to remember. It's there and it eats away at all of us every day who have it. Every day we're triggered by events, songs, smells, We have to not go and be around people that we love because we have anxiety and depression as well. We have to cut ties with people, and we have to be called many things, and we have to be told that we're not allowed, all these different things. And that's just the way that it goes, because we have to know about our own self-controlling emotions, and some of us will flip the fuck out, and not all of us want to give that power away to people. And that's where you're at. You're just at a place where damn well these people are fucked ass. You are right. You're through the denial now. At least you've given it enough chances. You keep giving them more chances. They keep disrespecting you again, and basically you're the accepting part. You're like, bro, you're doing this to me. And so when you get to the accepting part of people fucking you over, you're not only now fucking asked by the Lord to fucking do something about it technically, because he hasn't been working with us just for us to fucking sit there and fucking be like, oh, so they're fucking us over, and then that's just what? Why would that just be the end of it? Obviously, we would want to know that somebody's fucking us over so that we could handle it, right? We'd want to prevent it. We'd want to do something about it, right? Are you going to something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I love you.
Love you.
Do you want me to get off? I can.
What?
Are you going to play your game, or do you want me to get off?
I'm gonna go play my game.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Yeah, dude. The only reason anybody gets all that time to sit there, and it's me included too, I had these realizations myself, that it's fair. It is truly innocent for us to not know what the fuck's going on. It's truly innocent to fucking be ignorant and be fucked over, and it hurts. And people want to comfort us, and they give us hugs, and they help us move in and move out, and you know how it goes when you're dealing with a fucking breakup and shit. Drama. It's always loud at first, and somebody's crying, and it's dramatic and blah, blah, blah. And then at first everybody rushes in and they want to do something about it. That's everybody's first reaction, unless you're just with piece of shit. But then it happens that basically everybody does whatever they need to do to fix the problem. I'm hearing in this particular case, people keep helping fix the problem. And the problem keeps returning because you keep returning to the problem. And people get like that. They just lose respect for everybody involved at the point of seeing us repeatedly cry. It's like the little boy who cried wolf. And you also need, I learned, bro, real quick. You know what, James? Oh, man. That's why I never said anything about Zeke. I was literally in a very abusive relationship with Zeke. Physical, guns and everything. And for 8 years, I never spoke a word. Because I did with James. I loved James, but we were doing stuff we shouldn't have been, very bad stuff. And I told my mom, and I wanted help. But what happened after I talked about the things that were happening is obviously anybody would have became concerned, and they're going to become knowledgeable of the relationship. And so if you have people that are not, my mom's not going to let nobody hang out with me that's doing anything like that, adult or not. She's not going to allow it. So, and I respect her for that, and I appreciate her for that, even though it drove me crazy. I would never want somebody to just let me tell them straight up those things were happening. What kind of friend would leave a friend in that situation? And so I'm really grateful actually to have her in my life to do that stuff today. I'm not mad at her for overdoing anything necessary. And that's what happens is basically at first people are going to be there for you, and then you're going to keep going back to it, and then they're going to be like losing respect for you. And then eventually they're going to have to go against you, is what I hear. So I don't know if somebody's mom's getting involved or something. The best thing to do anytime these things are going on in this case is just be honest all the time about who you are. You don't really know, to be honest, if what you're doing really is going to be that big of a deal. Anytime you're dealing with an abuser, they always try to make you feel like everything you love is bad, and that everything that they want you to quit doing, they always manipulate and sabotage and try to make it seem like it's actually completely a big deal, and you'll get in so much trouble. They're just like he was saying earlier, your friends are pieces of shit is what they told him. You can't trust nobody. That's exactly what they'll say. Okay, I'm getting freaked out. I'm about to go to war. Not because I want to. Okay, I need to focus. I thought that was the police. I hate the cops. I hate the cops. I'm not even kidding you. I like literally every time I even think there was a cop, I run from life. Every time. But then I'm not even kidding you. Every time. Did you see me? I just jumped on the truck. I was about to go leave, bro. Every time. I'm like, I don't even care. Like if I'm in anywhere, I see him. Every time on the road, I just take this other turn. Where are you going, Tara? I do it every time. I'm in the parking lot at literal work the other day. I see a cop, dude. I'm tripping, dude. So I what? I move forward. Bro, I parked 3 places. He could see all 3 spots. Like, that doesn't look weird. One time I ran and hid underneath a tree, a bush. I don't even have a warrant. I thought to myself, where do you run? Where are you running? I don't know. It was, came from when I was a little girl. I've always ran and hid from whenever anything happened. I ran, and I do it still to this day. I literally wear a fanny pack, and I keep everything in my fanny pack so that I can run at any given minute. And I always am running. Like I'm always like, I always make sure anytime I go out anywhere, I have shoes that fucking if I need to take off sprinting in, I can be in. Fuck, like Forrest Gump, dude. You know what's gonna happen tomorrow? I don't even know, dude. Kind of freaking out. It'll be fine. Why am I even caring? Doesn't even matter. I'm not even gonna tell you now, because then you're gonna be wondering what the fuck I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not even gonna tell you now. Right, we're gonna finish this off, but just yeah, that was a lot, Selena. That was a lot, honestly. That read was pretty fucking intense. I'm honestly worried about you, and I love you. That shit was crazy. I mean, not that I'm not going through the same damn shit, dude. Not technically. I mean, I don't got no bitch. Fucking, my bitches are family. I'm thankful I don't have a bitch right now, but I ain't been with one like that, Selena. Yours seems pretty fucking dangerous, bro, and very fucking mean. That's crazy. The shit that I see that's going on in here, unbelievably dangerous. So I'll just leave it at that. Your parent is your loved ones in heaven are telling you straight up, in my opinion, as a message. It's saying the way shit's gonna go down is gonna go fast. I'm talking like if you keep kicking it in the with what you're doing, I hear either 1 to 2 months or 1 to 2 years. So that's obviously different, but I'm hearing 1 to 2. So maybe you're something about 1 to 2. And what it's saying is that you're going to be literally in a situation where you're going to, I feel like the word trapped, whether you're in between the 3D and the 4D and trying to figure out how to get from fucking death to heaven, or you will be incarcerated or possibly like locked up, like in a facility is what I see. And it's not because you were ever meant to be there. It's because the person that you're involved with is either going to get popped, busted, or drive you so fucking crazy you're going to snap and you're going to lose it and do something fucking crazy. I hear gothic guy energy, but you could snap on your man, you could fucking literally, yeah, you would snap on your man for doing some crazy shit. So just watch that and just, that's your warning. Once you have a solid realization that this motherfucker is not only fucking me over, they're cheating, they're not good for me, and you're looking, because I've been there, bro. I have been in situations, walking in houses where full-blown danger and crime was like unlimitedly happening. I know what it's like to see things that are very fucking cruel and unbelievable and be scared to know what is really truly happening and what could happen and owe people money. I know that life. I do. And that's why I got out of it. That's why I keep my cool. I don't rip people off in that way and shit, you know what I mean? Because like, oh yeah, that world you'll die. And you can have anybody taken out for fucking $5-10. So it's easy busy. People will handle their business in the dark world because they don't want to get in trouble. That's what I'm watching for right now. People who start getting cuckoo in the dark world, they're under the influence of shit, which makes you feel like Bruce Almighty. And I mean, even as bizarre as it was today, listening to the shit that I was listening to from the person that fucking literally punched my son in the face, they've sat there for the last 48 hours, pretty much, talking shit. There's no accountability. There's no maturity. It's nothing but fucking immaturity and abuse. And it's so see-through. And I don't have, nor do I give a fuck about it. Don't have time for it. I don't give two fucks about it. And that's what we're going to do this year. If anybody want to be disrespectful, you can always still love your people. But this year it's about loving ourselves. It's about loving our birthed children. It's not about fucking anything other than that. Your man, I hate to say this, but like, we love all people. But at this time in this year, it's about you and your kids. If they did not come out of your fucking dick and vagina, that is what I'm talking about. We can love all, but this year will be about you and your actual vagina and dick created children, not your stepchildren, not your fucking mother, not your fucking father. This is a year where you and your fucking self-created child bond. And you'll spend the next 365 days doing that. You're not going to worry about dating. None of us. I'm on your forward, but I don't give a fuck about it. But I still could kick it with my kids. And that's what it's really about. And just know that every day, anyone who wants to do better can always jump on the bandwagon. But for those who want to play fucking mind games and shit, they'll get kicked the fuck off. We'll literally karate kick. They wouldn't even get, bro. Like, we are actually not even going to tolerate it. That's the thing. You have protection in this group. We are not going to let anybody fuck around with nobody in this fucking group. I could easily fucking dissect anybody, dude. I could chew them, spit them out just like they do us. We're not even doing it. We're not doing that. We do not need to do anything except for stand up for ourselves when approached by them. They need to be approaching you. If we're going to them and having issues, we don't get help for that. We don't get mercy for that. That's what God's saying. You know now. God is even asking you for your own safety. Your angels have come down to saying, hey, this is super not safe. Please don't go. So if you say at any time, I'm going, they can't help you, okay? Nobody's saying you can't do anything, but you won't get help. So when a situation goes down and you're calling for help and you're answering prayer and you're in jail and you're asking for mercy or somebody's dying, you're just, anything, there will be no angels there to help you is what they're saying. They're not going there with you. You're going to a territory where angels don't go. That's what I hear. It's deep, dude. I've never even said that. That's crazy. I could believe that. Yeah, angels probably can't pass into certain places, guys. And so once we go there, it's like, that's probably what they're crying for help is. Like, man, like they love you. Everybody loves us. We know that. We've all lost people. And we miss the shit out of them, addict or not. And when people take their own lives and when they overdose, all of a sudden, people want to care and people want to say they wish they would have made amends, for relationships that were fucked. But now is that time. And it's always been that time. It can be that time. That's why I don't be mad at people. I'm not mad at anyone, not even my brother. My brother, I can tell you psychological shit because I didn't call the cops for one. I was at work and I got information that it happened. And so even when you're watching how somebody talks to you, you gotta just watch that. It's easy to watch. When somebody wants to waste your time to fucking mind fuck you, how do they even sound? What do the messages say? What are they saying in these messages? My messages that I received literally state things like, So, Selena, I hear that this person sends you mind fucking messages. You need to stay calm when you get this shit. Because you might have an energy yourself that could be just like making this person respond in ways. And as confusing as this person is to you, I feel like they feel like you are to them. And if there's things that you guys are doing under the influence and you guys actually do get together, they must love you too. Which, don't say this, I know that hit your heart because I hit mine right now. You guys have love. Okay, I want to tell you that. Whoever you are out there, all of you, you do have love. You guys, an addict wouldn't meet up with his bitch if he didn't fucking love her. So what happens is when you meet up with him, he's probably got the goods, or she. One of you has the shit when you get there, and you didn't before. So what's happening is that I'm picking up, you guys have these phone calls of you in your natural state, but one of you's got the sunshine in your pocket, and you share it. And you high is weird, and you get fucking weird, bro. And you stress this fucking person out bad. And like your energies together cause a like flip out energy. Like you guys wig the fuck out high together, okay? Plain and simple. There are some couples that get weird as fuck, dude. Some people I don't ever get high with. No man ever again. I did it with my baby daddy. That was it. Fucking weird shit, bro, dude. Every time, dude. And I just don't like it. I don't even fucking like any fucking building in my house getting high. If I even fucking party, I literally just fucking grab whatever the fuck I'm doing and I fucking dipperoo from now on. I don't like anybody fucking around me doing their weird fucking shit. And people on anything get weird, dude. I just seen some dude fucking over at my friend's house a while back, fucking, he was like swiffling, dude. Fucking, there was like this one space. It was like fucking three. It was so small. And it was one of those days, like it was like a small space. My friend, she's usually a super clean person, and she's never used drugs ever. She's a hippie. She's the type of friend with no drug. Literally, if I even had too much shit in the house, she'd say, and I'd clean it. She'd walk in. She's the one that taught me about energy, actually. It's kind of crazy. Man, she's flip game changer, dude. It's all bad. I'm scared for her. But I'll tell you what, dude, that friend that shit is fucking weird, bro. Like, fucking literally, dude, be switched with it. And the whole house is a hoarder unit now all of a sudden. So it's weird enough walking in you can imagine like walking in your friend's house. Some of you guys have hoarding houses, if I'm saying hoarding. That's not good for you. You need to get rid of that hoarding shit. And if you're somebody who lives with a hoarder, you gotta get out of there. The reason why you gotta get out of the hoarder house is because every object carries energy. So, if you gotta think, like, every day that you ever stared at something, like even if you sat in the chair while somebody talks shit to you, that holds that energy of that day. If everybody touches anything, what state of mind people come to work in. Like there was a builder that was building a fucking elementary school, bro, and he was pissed about it. He was so rude. He was one of the most unforgettably rude people I've ever fucking listened to in my chair in my life. I'll never forget his just gross energy, bro. And I thought about that. He was talking about building that school, and I will never forget that story because his hands are over every brick in that building. That school actually was built with dark energy from his own hands. And that is the truth. So whatever state of mind you're in, that energy is lingering, and it's a big deal. And letters and things and items and everything, you just gotta be thinking bigger and out of the box. There's plenty to do And if you don't have more, it's because you're not taking care of what you have. I do believe that. So you do have to take care of whatever you have, and probably because God wouldn't be delaying you. You're either not doing whatever you need to do, or what you need to do is already there. It's just scattered all over, and the pieces need to be put together like a puzzle. And that you need to have a clear mind to do that. And we all do. I should probably, I don't know, figure it out. See how this week goes. I'm gonna try to kick it with the kids and plan. I need to plan things. Maybe you guys should try this too. We need to plan. Oh, my daughter took it back. Yeah, she's pissed. She was like getting lippy with me. She's telling me she hates my guts and that she's not my friend. Well, I'm her friend, and she's like, I'm not your friend. She's like looking me dead ass in the eyeball saying she's not my friend now. It just happened, I don't even know, a couple months ago, August. Whatever, dude. It's actually been pretty hurtful. I get it, it's a teen thing, whatever. Which everybody says. Well, they were my best friends, so as cute as it is that they all team up against me, the girls, in their teens, it's been really hurtful. And literally, I don't know, I got upset the other day and I decided to take a bunch of the stuff that I bought and bring it down here. And she tried to get it, and I told her not to touch it. And she said, it's mine. I said, well, you're not my friend. That's what you said. So why would I buy you a bunch of gifts? And literally, you tell me that you don't even like me for this long. So I don't think it's very right for you to accept gifts from people and to be fake and say, like, accept all that stuff and then tell people that you're not really their true friend. I don't feel like that's good behavior. So then she got mad and brought everything else down here and told me I could keep it all. But today, it's all gone again. So don't worry about when things are going south. They're gonna go south, and people are right. And people are not complaining for no reason. So everybody just needs to spend more time together. People are not very good about saying like what they really want to say. My brother today made me feel real slightly sad, like a centimeter's worth, because nobody hits my fucking kid, bitch. What an idiot. What an idiot, bro. Honestly, disgusting. I'm super pissed about it, honestly. And his fucking face is all fucking fucked up. And like fucking my son was saying, fuck you, bitch. Literally, and my mom fucking, fuck that shit, man. I'm like literally butthurt about it. Try not to talk about it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get like a calendar. And I think maybe we should try. I don't know how you guys do, but I don't do very good of time. But maybe we could get a calendar, and actually what I used to do when the kids were younger is let them pick throughout the week things that we could go do. We used to go to the park and have picnics, and we used to play sports. And I would say we had to choose something that didn't cost money, because we always spend money. But just so that you don't make an excuse to not go, and you don't have to spend money, and you can have creative ways to do things. You can go on a hike. You can walk down to the river. You can do paint night. But you got to get out of the house together, and you have to do something that doesn't cost money. And typically, it'll involve nature sports for us. We have a gym membership. The kids love that. I'm sure Skylar will be happy to do that. And it's really just about letting everybody just like enjoy themselves. It's really not that hard to have everybody pitch in and have a system about keeping the house clean. If you're somebody who finds yourself overwhelmed with tasks to the point where you're fucking taking it out on people around you, that is not okay. It is nobody's responsibility to fucking handle other people's shit. And that is why I chose the amount of land that I did. I grew up on a farm, and every day, even to this day, 3 generations later, whoever's on that farm is a slave. The cow, everything needs to be done all day. And if any of the sprinklers break or if anything goes wrong, you're fucking screamed at and it's your fucking fault and you fucking fuck all day. I can't tell you how many dead ass fucking animals I buried, fucking cows and shit. One time my sister was fucking so sick and tired of fucking burying a fucking literal livestock fucking animal. In our fucking youth. Her and Colton actually fucking didn't bury it all the way. They only buried it some of the way. And my mom tripped over the leg of the cow. Honestly, I don't fucking feel bad about it because I don't think kids should be burying cows, bro. And I'm grateful to have the work ethic that I did. But I always said, yeah, I would like to take the experience and have like some fruit trees and the gardening and some, obviously, a pig and a cow, eat them. But you gotta be smart and you gotta be like respectful of other people. And if they can't be, then you gotta be protective of your own self and the energy that you give away to these people. Because people that steal their energy, vampire people, they will suck you dead of your fucking life. They have no interest whatsoever of ever celebrating any victory of yours ever. And you will never fucking ever be worth anything to them, regardless of whatever the fuck they say. They're gonna tell you things about how fucking nobody that you fucking have in your fucking life means anything and fucking how this is the best it'll ever be and you're fucking this and you're fucking that. Well, that's their weak ass way of supposedly being a leader. Come on, guys. Their words had power of hate. It just shows how much power hate has, guys. Look at that. Like, it was literally their words we knew to be lies. They were cruel. They were mean. They were false. Manipulative. I mean, they were everything icky in the world, and it had that much power. But understanding was more powerful. The minute you educate yourself on the circumstance you're going through, which the internet provides for free, you only have to simply Google everything right there in the search bar. Literally ask Google, hit the microphone and say, hey Google, this person's being really rude to me. This is what they did or said. What should I do? It's gonna literally guide you. You don't need these people in your fucking life ever again to solve anything. That's been the problem. Is that we have been thinking that problem and resolution meant that we needed a certain outcome, but we were coming in with an expectation. That's not what it means. It means that you stand up for yourself and you do it firmly and respectfully. It means that you really just think to yourself, what are my personal morals and values? Not what the fucking world says. If you're into what the fucking world is doing, then you're probably a groupie. And that's not how the fuck shit really is. A lot of people are different. They have all different interests. So if you're just following one trend or the other, or you switch lanes based off of what's popular, what's not popular, that's not leadership anyway. That's following. It's literally following trends. So you're not a leader. And I don't care what the fuck you are, but you gotta really just look and see what the fuck your leaders, your so-called leaders are fucking into. How do they treat you? How do they talk to you? Do they inspire you? Or do you look forward to being around these people? And a leader is your lover. It's your fucking family. A leader is anyone around you that speaks to you directly and insists that you take information from them and follow it. When people think that they have the right to speak for God himself, they're acting as a fucking channel, a portal, a vessel for God to communicate to you supposedly. And they're fucking full-blown insulting you, putting you down, telling you that God sent them down there to fucking put you down and tell you that you're fucked up. Okay, maybe he did. Okay, well then let's picture him there. Literally, he wouldn't picture God with these people. Like, every time I break it down in any form or direction, they just didn't make sense. They didn't make sense. They never made sense. The way they made us feel never made sense. we knew what they were saying was over. They fucking literally lie, dude. They lie. And I'm talking full blown achy shit, bro, and I get it. Like, some of you guys deal with fucking whack ass shit like that. And you don't need to be confused anymore. They're categorized. They are the Slytherins, and they're part of Draco Malfoy's group. So it's not a big deal. They've already been put in their fucking uniform. We know exactly what they do and who they are. And if you don't know, I do. And I'm not afraid of them. I used to feel sad for them until you full blown fucking, like I say, which Selena may not want to do. She might have seen some shit that fucking I saw too. You want to hurt fucking these people hurt fucking people. They hurt people. You probably she's been hurt, probably fucking witnessed it. Horrid things. And when you see a human being doing that shit to another person, you looking at them and you're like, it's shocking. But it's really there. And a lot of us have seen it. And hopefully when you do see it, you do report that shit. Something you can fucking straight fuck. Obviously, I just jumped up and looked. I was scared shitless. I hate the police. I'll tell you what, I would never let another person be abused and not stick up for them. And you don't have to do anything. You are allowed to work for the devil. The dark side is a thing. And obviously, if somebody's beating the shit out of somebody, we don't know if they care or not, truly. I wouldn't know. How the fuck would I know? What the fuck? I don't resonate with that shit. That's the one thing I call the cops on for. And you don't need to feel bad ever if you had to report somebody for abuse, by the way. That bitch is fucking faulty. There ain't no reason. I've been literally broke. I've had to fucking I've had to find $1 to fucking eat, and I would go to the dollar store, me and James, and we were like living in an Astro van. We've been, dude, I had no lighter. Sometimes I had no drugs. Sometimes, like, and you're feeding like a motherfucker. I've robbed people. I've done everything you think of. Never once have I ever walked up to somebody and fucking felt like I needed to fucking physically abuse them sexually or physically to get where I wanted to be. Robbery, cheating, well, not robbery, but burglary, theft, cheating, obviously using drugs and shit, like that shit's bad. But when you literally can hear the screams or the cries of another person that you're bringing pain onto by force, and you continue, that shit's fucking way different, bro. You're stupid. And I hope to God that you stand up for that shit. And it's your choice. I don't really know. For all we know, I don't know how the devil fucking long-term supports his people. But I don't support that shit. And I don't feel bad about it. I will report animal if I find out you're abusing an animal or a child. So, what I was going to say, though, to finish it off, though, and then we'll do something fun in a minute, is, once you've been through such extreme situations, so even whether you've been beat up, watched somebody get beat up, and that is intense. Whether you've gotten so fucking high, you started hallucinating and almost overdose and die. Maybe you wake the fuck out, you black out, and you do something, basically as high as you can get, you've gotten, as fucking low as you've gotten, as depressive you've gotten, every way you've gotten that way, and it gets worse each time, right? So you gotta really fucking slow it down. Every fucking event and experience will push that event, like it's gonna push all those directions farther and farther and farther. And the more extreme you go in every direction, the less normal you're gonna ever feel. And people are gonna tell you, why can't you fucking just be the way you used to be? That's non-existent. Don't even fucking think about that. And when you hear that from someone, I want you to, with respect, dismiss that person from your leadership part. Like, they're not allowed to lead you anymore because that person doesn't know what I'm telling you right now. And a leader cannot fucking tell you and lack knowledge. If that person would tell you something stupid like, be who you used to be, or why can't you just be who you used to be, they don't have any knowledge in the area whatsoever. Because when you use drugs or go through trauma, your brain deteriorates. And the best way to picture it is a peach that's had a bug eating off of it versus a peach without any holes in it. I want you to picture a peach with holes in it being eaten off of by bugs. And that is what a brain on drugs does. It really does that. And a brain, when in abuse, it starts to get holes in it all over, like the moon and craters. And a healthy brain doesn't have those pits. And all of the brain is like a fucking microchip of fucking electricity, and it all works together. So it, where it doesn't have pieces, it obviously lacks abilities. That's why they make the pills. So if you don't choose to get the help that you need and you're still using, your brain is deteriorating every single minute. You're stressing, fighting, crying, partying. All that is killing off your cells, which is ever changing. And then literally, if you are on pills, they're just gonna try the rest of like fucking, it's like the generic brand of a brain. So they don't even know that much. These people don't know what they're talking about. So don't let them get to you. But however extreme you go, like, you are gonna have to fucking somehow like not fiend that level. Like, your body, even if it was bad for you, your body got a rush out of it. It's like riding a roller coaster and loving it. You want it. Even if you didn't like it, your body experienced it. And your body and your mind are different things. You have your mind, body, heart, and soul. And they are 4 different things. And you need to really understand that we've been pushing our bodies, breaking our hearts, wearing our mind out, and ignoring our soul. So you got to figure out where you're at with all that. And just know that this is the warning of realization, saying that basically it's not only to the point of danger and somebody could get hurt, permanently be taken from the family. Your family's going to get divided, is what I see happening. And could possibly die. Somebody could die. I'm picking that up very strong. And I'm also picking up it could be a young child, honestly, or a child. And if it's not a child, I picture somebody witnessing somebody get shot and die. And that's very obviously specific. There's a gun involved in my vision, and there's a child, and there is a witness, and their eyes are big. And there's somebody on drugs that's moving very fast and swiftly, is what I see. And they have no mercy. And the woman is screaming, and her eyes are really big. And she's obviously praying. And the dude does not care. So be careful.